Dream Children, A Reverie, is a famous essay written by Charles Lamb. Charles Lamb was an English writer who lived from 1775 to 1834. He wrote many essays, but this one isn't exceptional. Lamb often wrote under the pen name Elia. In this essay, Dream Children, he imagines a world that feels like a dream, which is why he calls it a reverie. The word reverie means a daydream or a state in which you think about pleasant things. It is a story he tells as if he is dreaming, and it is filled with feelings, memories, and deep thoughts. The essay Dream Children, A Reverie, is about a father telling stories to his two children, a boy named John and a girl named Alice. However, there is something mysterious about these children. They are not real, they are imagined. Lamb did not actually have children in real life, so he imagines what it would be like to have them. The story is told as if these children are listening to him, asking him questions, and reacting to his stories, but they exist only in his mind. This gives the story a bittersweet, or both happy and sad, feeling. In the essay, Lamb shares memories about his own life, his family, and especially about his older brother, John. He calls his brother a John Lamb in the essay. In real life, Lamb had a brother named John, whom he loved and respected. He remembers happy and sad times with his brother and other family members. He also talks about a woman named Alice. She is based on a real woman, and Simmons, whom Charles Lamb loved deeply but could not marry. These memories show that he misses them very much and wishes they were with him. As we read this essay, it feels as if we are in a dream. Charles Lamb uses very expressive language to make readers feel as if they are seeing the events themselves. Although the essay may seem simple, it is full of emotions and thoughts. It is about family, love, and memories, but it is also about loss and sadness. Lamb talks about the things he loved, but he also hints that those things are gone, which makes the essay feel touching. The opening of the essay. The essay Dream Children, A Reverie, begins with Charles Lamb talking to his imaginary children, John and Alice. He is telling them stories, and they listen carefully. He describes their appearance and their reactions as they listen to him. Alice is described as a delicate, or gentle and soft, little girl. John, on the other hand, is described as a more serious, almost stern boy, who listens with a focused look on his face. These details make the children seem real, even though they are not. In the opening lines, Lamb describes how he wants to share stories with these children. These are stories about their family members, whom they have never met. This is a very interesting way of storytelling because Lamb makes us feel that these children are truly listening to him, even though they are just a dream. The story of Lamb's grandmother. Lamb begins by telling John and Alice about his own grandmother. He describes her as a very kind and strong woman who took care of him when he was a child. His grandmother is remembered as a loving and powerful person in the family. She had a special house filled with many beautiful and old things. Lamb remembers this house with great affection and strong positive feeling. He describes the different objects in the house, like old furniture, pictures, and rooms. Lamb describes how his grandmother made him feel safe and loved. He talks about her voice and her smile, which made him feel special. This part of the essay helps us see how important family members can be in a child's life. Lamb's memories of his grandmother are very precious, and he remembers her with a lot of respect and love. He wants to share these memories with his children so that they understand where they come from. Memories of Lamb's brother, John Lamb. Next in the essay Dream Children, A Reverie, Charles Lamb talks about his older brother, John. In real life, John was a very important person in Charles Lamb's life. They shared many experiences together. Lamb describes his brother as someone who was very confident and strong. He says that his brother was loved by everyone and was very popular. Lamb admired his brother a lot, and he felt proud to be his brother. However, he also felt that he could never be as confident or popular as John. In the essay, Lamb remembers playing with his brother in their childhood. They would spend time together, share toys, and play games. These memories are very important to Lamb because they remind him of a time when he was happy and close to his family. Lamb also remembers how his brother grew up to be successful, but he also hints that he felt a little sad that he could not achieve the same things as his brother. This part of the essay shows how close relationships can bring happiness, but they can also bring some sadness when we compare ourselves to others. The story of Lamb's love for and Simmons. Lamb then tells his imaginary children about a girl named Alice. This girl is based on a real person, and Simmons, whom Lamb loved very much. However, Lamb could not marry her because of personal difficulties in his life. Lamb was devoted to taking care of his sister, Mary, who had serious mental health problems. Because he had to look after her, he was unable to marry and Simmons. In his essay, Dream Children, a Reverie, Charles Lamb tells the children how beautiful and kind Alice was. He describes her as someone who was very gentle and special to him. He loved her deeply and wanted to be with her. But life did not allow him to marry her, which made him very sad. Lamb talks about the pain of losing someone you love and not being able to be with them. This part of the essay shows that love is very special, but sometimes, life does not go the way we want, and we have to make difficult choices. When Lamb talks about Alice, he becomes emotional. He remembers the good times he had with her and feels sad that she is not with him now. His children, who are listening to him, seem to understand his sadness. This is a powerful moment in the essay because it shows that even though Lamb is sad, he still cherishes, or values deeply, the memory of Alice. The dreamlike ending. At the end of the essay, Lamb's children suddenly start to fade away. This is where we realize that John and Alice are not real children. They are only a part of Lamb's imagination. As he wakes up from his reverie, or daydream, he realizes that he has been talking to imaginary children all along. This ending makes the essay feel very emotional because Lamb wanted to have children and a family, but he did not. He only had these dreams, these dream children. The ending of the essay reminds us that life is not always perfect. Sometimes, we do not get the things we want. Lamb wanted a family, but he could not have one. Instead, he made a family in his imagination. This makes the essay feel bittersweet, which means both happy and sad at the same time. It is happy because Lamb can imagine a family, but it is sad because it is only a dream. Themes of the essay. One of the main themes in Dream Children, a Reverie, is a memory. Lamb remembers his family, his childhood, and the people he loved. He thinks about these memories with both happiness and sadness. This is because he has lost many of these people, and they are no longer with him. Memories are important in this essay because they show us how Lamb remembers his past and the people he loved. Another theme in the essay is a loss. Lamb has lost many things in his life. He has lost his brother, his love, and he has never had a family of his own. This loss makes him feel sad, but it also makes him appreciate, or value, the memories he has. The essay also shows us the theme of imagination. Because Lamb could not have real children, he imagines them in his mind. Imagination helps Lamb feel close to the people he has lost and the things he could not have. Through imagination, he can experience the joy of having children and sharing stories with them, even if it is only in his mind. The style of writing. Charles Lamb writes in a way that is very expressive. His language is emotional, which means it is full of feelings. He describes things in detail, so we can imagine what he is saying. For example, when he talks about his grandmother's house, he describes the rooms and furniture in such a way that we feel like we are there. This style of writing makes the essay feel very real and makes readers feel connected to Lamb's memories. The tone, or the feeling of the writing, is both joyful and sad. Lamb is happy when he remembers his family and his love, but he is also sad because they are gone. This mix of happiness and sadness gives the essay a special feeling. It makes readers think about their own families, memories, and dreams. The essay's message. The main message of Dream Children, a Reverie, is that memories are precious. Even though Lamb has lost many people, he still has his memories. These memories give him comfort and a feeling of peace, and allow him to feel close to the people he loved. The essay also teaches us that life may not always give us what we want, but we can still cherish the things we have in our hearts. Another important message is that love and family are very special. Lamb loved his family and the woman he could not marry, and these feelings stayed with him forever. Even though life was difficult for him, he kept these memories alive through his imagination and writing. Conclusion. Dream Children, a Reverie, is a beautiful essay about family, love, and memories. Charles Lamb tells us about the people he loved and the dreams he had. Through his words, we feel his happiness, sadness, and longing. The essay teaches us that even if we lose people or do not get what we want in life, our memories and imagination can bring us comfort and joy.